You pay taxes, and you have signed essentially an invisible agreement with the United States government that you will work a job, that you will earn a paycheck, and money will come out of that paycheck to hopefully go to things that benefit you, that fix your roads, that build more public schools, that build more public libraries, that make life affordable overall for you, that fund healthcare for all. But instead of the taxes that the government robs from your check going to do good things for you, that money goes to things like this. Taxes come out of your paycheck to fund that, to bomb schools in other people's countries that most Americans probably can't even pronounce the damn name of, because 54% of Americans cannot read above a 6th grade level, and that is intentional. So it's not going to make your life any better. Money is being taken out of your check. Millions of those dollars are also invested in Israeli bonds, loans that the government takes out all across this nation to help fund the Israeli military. And do you know who pays for that? Do you know who pays for the Israeli bonds, the loans? You do. I do. We do. Instead of our money going to do good things for us, we go to work, we break our fucking back in, we take abuse after abuse after abuse from these corporations, these conglomerates that steal your fucking wages from you, and then they don't even give you good things for them. They send that money to nation states like Israel to help conduct a genocide with your money. According to Truthout, the National Priorities Project at the Institute for Policy Studies found that last year, the average American taxpayer paid about $4,049.35 to the federal government for militarism and its support systems. Already, the average taxpayer in 2026 alone will have paid $130 for the war on Iran. Yo fucking money. And what we're doing in Iran right now is costing us about $1 billion a day. That is your money. And the numbers are still going up. But that amount of money could have funded healthcare for over 1 million Americans for an entire year. It could have ensured a full year of food assistance for over 5.5 million Americans. It could have given around 1 million Americans housing assistance. It could have ensured universal child care and pre-K for over 900,000 fucking kids. It could have guaranteed Pell Grants for over 1.6 million students. This war is not only funded off of your money. If you added up all of the money that American taxpayers, that the American people, you and I, pay in taxes per year, and you divide it by how many people are paying taxes, approximately 25 of your dollars are going to the nation state of Israel to fund what they're doing. We spend money to bomb kids over there when we could be spending money to build schools for our kids over here. We spend money to destabilize, to disintegrate the Palestinian people when we could be raising our people up here out of poverty. We spend money doing that. I mean, there's been times where most nations come together to vote on things that you would think that the average person would think is true. Like, is food a necessity? Is food a human right? Is food something that everyone needs? And most nations have voted that yes, it is something that everyone needs. Keep in mind I said most nations because the United States and Israel did not. Just like the United States and Israel also did not recognize the plight of the African American people in the United States. Israel is essentially the 51st state of the United States. It's just the most important state of the United States, I suppose. Israel commits genocide. Israel commits ethnic cleansing. The United States of America helps aid in that. You don't have healthcare. Your roads are fucking cracked. Your rent is going up. The price of gas is going up. The price of groceries is going up. And you pay half of your paycheck to your rent. And with the rest, some of the rest of that money, you try to use to do good things for you. But you can't even do that. You get taxed. And that money isn't even going to do good things for you. Things that you can substantively feel, your material conditions, your everyday conditions. You cannot feel getting materially better. And there's supposed to be a part that fights for the working class, that fights for you to have health care, that fights for you to get a wage raise, that fights for you. That party is also beholden. That party also takes money from the same place that the Republicans take money from, because that party is also full of Zionists. Zionists who masturbate at night to the thought of killing innocent Palestinian children. Zionists who get wet at night to the thought of dropping another bomb on Palestine. Zionists who want to ethnically cleanse the Palestinian people from existence. And you might sit here and think, you black nigga. Why the fuck do you care? Because from the moment that I started being aware of this happening. I, as a black queer man in America, know what it's like to witness a nation state, to witness a government, to witness a movement, a colonialist, racist, evil movement, try to wipe us from existence. I know what that's like. Our ancestors stood alongside the Palestinian people. This fight is your fight. You might say, I don't really care what's happening in Lebanon. I don't care what's happening in Palestine. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. What do I have to do with it? Because nigga, you're paying for it. You're paying for it. That's your taxes. That's your money. You paid that. We are causing regime change in Venezuela, capturing the sovereign president, leader of another nation state, which, by the way, this whole idea of Maduro was a dictator, he was evil, he was terrible. Democrats pushing this idea. Maduro was a dictator, he was evil, he was terrible, but like that doesn't mean we should be capturing him. If I say this nigga over here was a terrible, horrible piece of shit, the nigga punched my mama in the motherfucking face, he fucking kicked my goddamn little sister down the fucking steps, and he beat up my little brother's ass, and he cussed out my teacher. But that don't mean that if you say that shit, everything that comes after, nigga, is not going to matter. The average person will be like, well, damn, nigga, get his ass. What the fuck are you talking about? But this is the problem. Democrats don't really have a problem with what's happening. They have a problem with the process, right? They don't have a problem that we're killing children in Iran, killing children in Iran. They don't have a problem with that. They have a problem with how you did it. See, many liberals don't really give a fuck about killing children in Iran. The Republicans will put a Nazi flag on the side of the plane that drops the bombs. Democrats will put a Black Lives Matter or a pride flag on the side of the plane that drops the bomb. The problem is not with the design of the plane. The problem is with the fucking bombs we're dropping. We're doing all of this. This is where your taxes are fucking going. This is why you don't have healthcare. This is why you don't have the shit that you need. This is why your motherfucking hospitals are fucking closing down. And our regulatory agencies are being turned to fucking mush, ashes, shit, gone, up in smoke. Regime change in Venezuela for oil to make big multi-billion-dollar companies more money. Not for you, because gas prices are going up, nigga. Remember that. Killing a supreme leader in Iran, doing the same thing. He was a bad Democrat. He was a bad guy. He was so really bad, so bad, terrible, bad. But nigga, just be like, hey, look, this gonna affect a lot of motherfucking people. And this is not right. There's a lot of niggas who wish they could kill Trump's ass. And we can acknowledge that even though that nigga, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of regime change over here, a little bit. I'm kidding, of course. But when it comes to a nation like Iran with over 90 million people, and you want to go in and destabilize them, kill their political leaders, take their natural resources, and do it so that your buddies make more motherfucking money, is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, your gas prices are going up, nigga. And your taxes are not helping you in any sort of way. So your gas prices are going up, and the roads are cracked. So now if you pop your motherfucking tire, oh well. What the fuck happens then? This is the problem. Democrats, as I have said before, many of them are just Republicans in blue. They're ribs and not the good tasting kind. And this ain't no baby back. This is baby bombs. They like to bomb babies. And you pay for that. Do you want to pay for that? I don't want to pay for that. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I do not want to pay for bombs that kill children. I'd rather pay for school supplies that help our children here. I'd rather pay money into our system to help fund universal health care for everybody, including myself. I'd rather pay to make life in America better here than strangle people all over the fucking world. And this is not just Israel. This is the United States. The United States has had a long vested interest in doing what's happening in Iran because of their nuclear abilities. They've been saying that Iran is 2 weeks away from building a bomb for fucking decades now. And they haven't done it yet from building a nuclear weapon. They haven't fucking done it yet. We want to starve islands like Cuba? Islands like Cuba that have been integral in many international efforts to give and assist aid to people all over the world? Trump wants Greenland. This is where your taxes are going. Meanwhile, most Americans still go to their Starbucks, they still get their Lululemon, and they watch idly by as money is stolen, robbed from them, and used to commit atrocities all over the world. And most of them couldn't give less of a fuck, because it's not their children. But I think most of those Americans will start to realize it may not be their kids, but it for damn sure is their money. You don't have health care simply because private corporations, organizations don't want you to. They make more money by making sure you don't have it. Simply put, they make more money by denying you coverage than they do by giving it to you. Obamacare is Romney care. Obamacare is heavily inspired, created by the Heritage Foundation, the same foundation that wrote Project 2025. You don't have health care as an effort to fight against socialized health care so that everyone can have access to a doctor if they need it. Because corporations make more money by not giving you the things that you need for free. Your wages are not going up because these same corporations don't want to raise those wages. The price of gas is going up because we're doing a fucking war and killing children. Your taxes are not going to make your life any better. And your government is run with fucking pedophiles. But it's okay, because at least you have your Starbucks and your Lululemon. And this is where it all comes back to this idea of it's not left versus right. It's top versus bottom. It's the people with the most against the people with the very least. And oftentimes when it is top versus bottom, it is left versus right. Because when you look up, you often start looking to the right. There is no leftist who's a multi-billionaire who is cutting off the potential for higher wages for their workers. A leftist does not do that. A socialist, a progressive does not do that. But oftentimes when you do look up, you do end up looking right. Because you see those same conservative dipshits that rip you off at every single chance they get. You don't have healthcare. The minimum wage is not raised. Your roads are not being fucking fixed. Your libraries are shutting down. America's regulatory agencies are in rapid decline. Granny can't get her wheelchair. Uncle can't get his prosthesis, his prosthetic leg. Sister can't get her medicine. Brother cannot get the mental help that he needs because we're too busy doing this. But the more that they keep doing these things, the louder we will scream. The louder we will rise, because inevitably and already there are way more of us than there are them.